Ну, порадовал, порадовал.
This is Stalker, called Artemiev. This is the Stalker movie from 1979. And this is Eastern Europe. You probably get the idea now. They all share the same theme of a desolate, depressing, frightening place. And that's what the Stalker series is best known for. But one thing that isn't really examined a lot is the book that started it all, Roadside Picnic. Of course, the book is what made Stalker what it is today, but the book itself actually has a much more profound effect on the media landscape as a whole than just Stalker. First things first, let's delve into the story itself. The book Roadside Picnic was a novel written by the Strugatsky brothers in 1972. The main character of the book is Redrick Schuhart. He is a former lab assistant turned stalker. He, like many other stalkers, searches for mysterious artifacts called swags. He uses this as a means of profit, which usually gets him arrested. Red visits the zone a lot and faces the consequences of doing this. His friend dies. His wife, Guda, gives birth to his daughter, who, due to the constant exposure of being in the zone, has mutations that turn her into looking like a monkey. This leads to Schuhart having to even pay kids to even play with his daughter. Red decides at that point to basically save her daughter by going to the Wish Granter, a golden spear that supposedly gives wishes to people. He goes in the zone for a last time with another person, a youth, a young stalker who's inexperienced. And he plans to use this young stalker as a sacrifice. The reason for this is because there is a phenomenon called the meat grinder that must be deactivated by taking the life of the first person who approaches it. Red and the young man arrive to the Wish Granter. The young stalker decides to rush towards it, yelling out his wish: happiness for everybody, free, and no one will go away unsatisfied. He is instantly vaporized into a red mist by the meat grinder. Red, upon seeing this young man basically die in front of him, and racked with the guilt of sacrificing him, decides to ditch his wish of saving his daughter and repeat the wish that the young man said. And that is basically it. The book ends. Although this ending is abrupt, it is rather fitting for the type of story that Roadside Picnic is. It is safe to assume that Red's story alone is a good example of how fucked the zone really is. The phenomenon of the zone itself is not even natural. The zone was created by an event called the Visitation. The Visitation was when an alien race touched down on the area of the zone and then simply left. There was no contact with humanity, no exchange of technology or anything, just vanish. And they left behind all these artifacts and anomalies behind, which has caused a major effect on humanity. The best way to compare this event is a picnic, hence the name of the book. That's why Stalker has this theme of basically feeling like a very foreboding, evil place, because it is not familiar for humanity. The Strugatsky brothers have done a very good job at portraying the idea of a lack of control in your environment. The zone is quintessentially a beast. It's alive. That is why when you see the zone being portrayed in the video games like Stalker, it is a terrifying, horrifying place to live in. Of course, Roadside Picnic, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, has not only inspired the Stalker video game series. The book and movie Annihilation is pretty much based on Roadside Picnic, although this is up to debate by critics in regards to that. The premise from both the book and movie Annihilation is quite similar to that of Roadside Picnic. Both have a zone, both have a mysterious thing guarding this area and zone, both have mysterious creatures within it, both have a foreboding atmosphere. It's pretty much the same. Metro 2033 is another good example that is also pretty obvious. The book series itself slightly being influenced by Roadside Picnic. There are references of stalkers within the games itself, and there's even a scene in the first game of a guy finding the book Roadside Picnic in a library. The video game Final Station, a side-scroller shooter game, was released in 2016. It too was loosely based by Roadside Picnic, with its own form of a visitation occurring in several countries within the game's lore. And this does not mention the shows that are inspired by Roadside Picnic with its premise. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps inspire you to go out and check out not just the book, but also the Stalker video games as well, and Metro 2033 as well. I've enjoyed reading the book a lot, and the Stalker game franchise has always been a long-time favorite of mine, and what else than to share the love, you know? I know a lot of people already cover Stalker already, and it's kind of like a dead horse at this point, but it is a niche community, and more people being exposed to it is even better. Video essays are a new thing for me, and I have to thank you for taking the time to actually watch this. There'll be more videos in the future on this channel in this similar format, and different types of videos as well. Until then, enjoy these tunes. Peace.
Молодца.
Слушай, ну классно у тебя выходит.
Эх, послушайте, мужики.
И гнусь кругом сплошная. Молодец.
Слушай, ну классно у тебя выходит.
Опять сапожища хреновые подсунули. Что у них совести совсем нет у этих? За неделю подошве гоплык.
Класс. Усе зав'язуй.
Эх, и здорово, что у тебя выходит, а?